Hi everybody and welcome to my Unruly Housewife channel. Today I have been away for a while. I'm coming back and doing something nice and simple to ease us back into the channel. And today I am doing a review of Sculpey's amazing eraser clay. I thought, why don't we have a look at it and see if it works, because I've read other reviews and it's up for debate. Okay, so when we open it up, you've got the instructions inside that tell you how to bake your clay, for instance. My desk is all crunchy. I've wiped it down, but where we had the windows and doors replaced, they just left rubble over everything we own. It's great. Here's the eraser clay. It's in little packets. You get 8 colours. No, you get 6 colours. Ah, okay. You get 8 pieces, so you get 6 colours. And you get 2 tools, and they look like really nice tools, and I think that's a great idea because I'm a polymer clayer, so I've got loads of tools in my house, but I imagine most people who will be buying eraser clay are going to be kind of kids and stuff, and they will not have all the tools they need. I haven't even tried this at all yet. Crunch crunch. I thought perhaps I'd make an owl as a pencil topper, this rather uninspiring pencil, it has to be said. I'm going to use this tile, but I appreciate that not everyone has a tile free. Or you could perhaps use an old baking tray that's not going to be used anymore, put some foil over something. I don't know, you'll find a way. So my first impression of this is that it is extremely soft. So it's much softer than polymer clay, and it moulds really nicely. It says here you cook it for 20 minutes per 1/4 of an inch of thickness at 121 degrees C or 250 degrees F. I'll give this a squish. And they tell you to work with it and to make it nice and soft, like you would with ordinary polymer clay or plasticine or anything you were using. So I'm giving it a good condition, a good squish. I hope I can make an owl out of it. Because we're cooking for 20 minutes per 1/4 of an inch, and because I've read reviews, and it says on there not to bake it for too long, and I've read reviews where it's gone kind of hard, I'm going to try and keep my eraser fairly small, and I imagine that if I push it onto the end of a pencil, that's going to create something, you know, which will not be more than 1/4 of an inch thick, if that makes any sense. So I'll make this into a ball, just rolling it between my hands, as you might imagine. Let's make him a little bit elongated like that. You probably do to wash your hands well before you do this, and after. But mine are a bit dusty. Everything in my room, everything in my room is dusty, thanks to the builders. Okay, that seems fairly solidly on there. Let's squish him up. I'm not going to bake him on the pencil, most likely, just take him off when he's done. And we can use these tools. I'm going to do this to make him some ears. Really, I'm just winging this. Oh, pun. Very easy to use. It's easy to shape. It's quite soft to work with. But these tools are really nice. They've got lots of good bits. I obviously have to use the handle of all things. Let's flatten him down a little bit so he's not too fat to cook. Sort of rudimentary ears. I'm not going for like the world's greatest owl here. I just want to try this clay out and see if it works. So we'll elongate him a bit more. Pull him down. Does that look an owl yet? Does it look like an owl? Maybe. Okay. So there's our little owl. Now we need some eyes. So I'll make holes for eyes with this. Let's kind of guess where they're going to go. Ah. He was demented. Dear. The good thing about this, of course, is that until you start mixing the colours, you can always just start again. I'm just going to go with that. You might be able to find something even fatter to put in that hole. Now I'm going to make his eyes, so I need to wipe my hands. Any normal person would have some baby wipes available to do this, but of course not me, I haven't got them. I want to use a bit of kitchen roll. So we're going to do yellow eyes, aren't we? Nice colours, nice bright colours. I won't take too much of the yellow out of the packet. I don't want it to get dirty. Excuse my nose. I seem to have been quite allergic recently, and I think that might be to do with the fact that the whole house is full of dust. And we want to make two little eyes. And I think to make them the same size, I'm going to roll a little sausage and then carefully cut it in half. Oops. That should leave me with two bits that are roughly the same size. That's my theory. I don't know if it's going to work. They look quite big. These holes do look rather small, don't they? Let me see what I can find. Okay, I've got a pen here. Let's use that. They're a bit bigger, aren't they? As I said, this is not particularly a tutorial for making an owl. The eyes are too big, so I'm going to cut my half in half again. This is not particularly a tutorial for making an owl. We're going to see if this eraser works. So, pop the owl's eyes in. You wouldn't be able to put great big long arms and legs and things on anything, I don't think, because they won't attach to the body enough to for you to use it to rub things out. I don't think so anyway. So you're going to want to be a little bit careful with making things that don't stick out hugely, which is good with an owl because it's quite compact, isn't it? So I'm going to use this for his beak and for his feet. So again, I'm not spreading the packet everywhere, I'm just going to take a little bit out and squish it, give it a good squish. What do we think? Ghost owl? You're going to be the envy of all your friends at school if you make this. Now, I'm not going to use anything too fancy to roll it out. You could use, I'm using a roller, but you could just use like a pen or something like that at the end of to roll this out. Because as I said, I'm not trying to cater for people who have polymer clay tools, and I don't think Sculpey are either here. Apart from the ones they gave you. These are really good actually, I like these. So make him a little beak. Might be a bit long. It's got a wonky. This is where we start to commit ourselves a little bit because we're mixing the colours together when we do this. I want to be a little bit careful. Push that in there. There's his beak. If you're making one of these, or you've got little kids making these erasers, you know, don't be too fussy with them, because at the end of the day it's meant to be fun. And what I'm going to do with these feet, I'm going to make two little feet equal size. Roll the edges down a little bit, and then just kind of draw them into, draw little toes on them. Whoops, 1, 2, this is quite soft, 3, 4. See how that looks? It's a tiny bit big, so let's just go with 3 toes. So far I'm finding this a lot of fun. middles to his eyes. And I'm going to put some purple in there. But the test, of course, is going to be if it works as an eraser. Taking a little bit out and give it a little roll. This is such a fun present to give somebody, a child, or you know, a teenager, an adult, if they live in an arty household where they'll be encouraged to be able to bake it and stuff. Or if you're a grandma, maybe you could have the kids over to your house and do it. So the things that I'm using on him, I'm incorporating quite well into each other so they don't come off. And now I just want to make him some little wings and a tail. So I'm going to use green for the wings. I'll use some more aspects of their tools, shall I? For the wings, I'm going to squish the clay as usual. Oops. I'm going to roll it out and then I'm going to chop it in half. Excuse me. And let's see if I've got those fairly similar. I'll show you there. I think one's a little bit bigger than the other. So I want them to be the same size because it's easier to make the wings the same size then. So I'll trim that down. And I'm going to make a teardrop shape, really, if I can. Just by rolling it between my hands. And then make a sort of teardrop shape. Oops. The green is very sticky. I think my hands are getting warmer too. And then once I have the sort of teardroppy shape, I'm going to flatten it. And use the knife to lift it up. And then for each side, I'm going to draw on some feathers like that. I don't know how realistic this is. It looks more like an angel than an owl. But remember, just position it before you commit yourself and push it down. Look a bit like leaves, don't they? Possibly don't make these out of green. Put his wings on like that, so that they're either side. I like them to curl back a little bit, so let's just make it do that. And then I'll make a little tail for the back sort of thing here. Use that for his little tail. There you go. I want to use this to make little feathers on the front of it, just to give him a bit more pizzazz. Try not to touch his beak. I'll just dot this around, because at the end of the day he's not an ornament, he's a working eraser, and he's going to be getting quite dirty hopefully with pencil. His beak. And there you have it. I didn't even intend to make a whole proper thing, but I have. So now I'm going to pop him in the oven. I could leave him on the pencil, or I could take him off. Let me see how stuck he is. Oh, he's not too stuck. Okay, I'm going to pop him onto a piece of paper so he doesn't get shiny. If indeed that happens with eraser clay, it certainly happens with polymer clay. I'll pop him on a piece of paper, and I'm going to cook him in the oven according to the manufacturer's instructions, and then I'll get back to you and we'll carry on with the review. Well, here we are back again, and here is our little owl eraser, And here is one that I made using the leftovers that we had from the owl, and I think I mixed in a bit of pink and stuff as well. I baked them according to the manufacturer's, I don't know why I'm waving this about. I baked them according to the manufacturer's instructions. This is 1/4 of an inch thick, and I cooked it for 20 minutes. My owl, it turns out, by the time I'd added the wings, was actually quite a bit thicker, so I cooked him for just under 40 minutes, because it's important to cook things for the right amount of time. And we'll see if that makes a difference. They're both pretty hard. They don't feel very rubbery. Does he still fit on the pencil? Of course he does. There he is. I think he's really cute. Oh, bless. Even if they don't work as erasers, I'm still going to like them, but let's give it a try, shall we? These are for 8 years old and up as well. I looked at the packaging there. So let's write my name. It's Val. I'll give it a go first with this one. So I've written that on there. Is it going to rub it out? Is the eraser going to erase? Well, personally, I don't think it's doing a great job. Give it a harder push. It looks like that. It's kind of got rid of it. It's a little bit blurry. It's kind of done that to the eraser. I'm not sure. It's not the best one I've ever seen. Now we'll try again. I'll write Val again, and we'll try with the owl, because he was baked for longer, remember, because he's bigger. Get him off his pencil. I've written my name again, and let's try with an owl. I'm going to try with one of his ears, bless it. In a way, I think he's doing a better job. Well, maybe not. Okay, again, it's not the cleanest thing I've ever seen, but it's not too bad. I have this much left, and of course I still have the tools. If you've got an oven thermometer, do use it, because you know it's good to do things the way that they're meant to be done. It gives you the best chance of getting a good result. But anyway, yeah, there you go. That is eraser clay. I would give it a 7 out of 10. They're not brilliant erasers, but it is really fun. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, do like and subscribe. Leave any comments and questions down below, and tell me if you have had any luck with eraser clay. I am going to go now. I love you all. Have fun and be good. Bye bye.